Hey, welcome back. It's Wednesday and I'm in the dahlia patch, and I thought I would show you some of my blooming beauties. We're getting to the end of the season, and dahlias, of course, are mostly a fall or late summer blooming flower, and they usually bloom until frost, and then you have to dig up the tubers and store them over the winter. So we have a few blooming flowers right now that are so lovely, and I thought I'd share some with you, and then I'm going to show you some seed collecting with my snapdragons. But this first one is called Holly Hill Black Beauty. Look how gorgeous. The first bloom on this one was even larger. My blooms this year have been a little smaller, but probably because of the extreme heat we had during the summer. And I've talked to other dahlia farmers, and they all experienced the same thing. So if you grow dahlias, don't be discouraged. It was just a crazy weather year. But I just love the color of this one. I didn't think I would, but I am in love. This one that's just coming out is called Elsie Houston, and it has really large purple-ish blooms. Makes fabulous bouquets. I thought I would show you a few others. The thing about dahlias is they come in obviously all sorts of colors, as you can see here, and all different kinds of shapes, different heights. So they are just a wonderful addition to flower bouquets. Okay, here are a few others. This one is called Tutti Frutti. I think the color is self-explanatory, but the shape, it's got this cactus-like bloom. Right behind we have Ivanetti, which is just this gorgeous maroon. For some reason I thought it would be more purple, but it is this beautiful maroon color. Behind that one, I have Nijinsky, and I got this one because as a dancer and dance professor, I am a little fond of Václav Nijinsky, who was a famous Russian ballet star in the early 1900s. And then back here we have Mai Tai. Look at that color variation, it's so beautiful. And then I have a couple of blooms going on, I believe this is Midnight Moon. That's lovely white. And if I look back up here, Edna C, a really large yellow bloom. I got that one because my grandmother's name was Edna. And because there are just thousands of varieties of dahlias, I bet you could find one with a loved one's name on it. So that sort of makes it fun. Let's see, what else can we find? This is a collarette variety, and it's called Eliza. The breeder is NTAC Eliza, and I bought this one again because my daughter's name was Eliza. And so I have a couple of these that are blooming. And over here, loved this one this year. It's called Iced Tea, and it's such a beautiful color. And then there's this orange one that's just peeking out. It will get bigger. It's called Marn. And we have a creamy yellow one, pale yellow. This is called Moonstruck. You can see it's just a little bit different from Midnight Moon. And what else do we have? Oh, okay, here's my favorite, I think. Cafe Olay. Look at that bloom. I am in love with this one. It is so beautiful, and every bloom will have a little bit of variations on that blush color. It's just so exquisite. This one is called Chilson's Pride. It's got lacerated edges a little bit, but it's got lovely shade of pink and white. What else do we have over here? Oh, jitterbug. Look at jitterbug. Isn't that cute? This is a little shorter dahlia, but I think it's really cute. This is a no-name one. I mean, I'm sure it has a name. I just don't know what it is. But I think it's got a lovely color. It's had a little bit of a problem this year in this particular flower bed because the grasshoppers have been munching on it. The grasshoppers this year have been out of control. Look at this guy. He thinks he can just eat my dahlias and whatever else he finds without a care in the world. I have resorted to killing them with my bare hands. There's been so many. Ugh, grasshoppers. And now he's gone. I just wanted to show you this section right now of this pathway because this rose shrub is blooming and these zinnias are just so vibrant, and so I love to just walk by this spot every day, and it makes me so happy. Can you believe that? In a little while we're going to collect some zinnia seeds, and I will show you how to do that, probably in a couple of weeks. But so pretty. These are border dahlias and zinnias. So the yellow and red are really short, so they can go in the front of the bed, and usually you can find them early on in the nursery, so you can get plenty of time of them blooming. But look how pretty that is with the zinnias. Such a great combination. And of course I have my perennials. I have a rose shrub behind there, but you can see there's the white zinnias and a couple of dahlias, border dahlias sneaking in the back there. Such pretty colors. I absolutely love how this shade spot has come into its own as the temperatures have dropped a little bit. Look at the foliage and the color in the foliage. Coleus is so fabulous. We have it in pots, I have it in the ground, but this corner has really made my heart happy. The cooler weather has been wonderful for roses. This is my peace rose. I absolutely adore it. You can see the purple asters in the background. I probably won't prune it anymore. You can see there's a spent head right there. Because I usually prune my roses back in the spring. But my roses have been loving the cooler weather as well. You can see moonlight in Paris in the background blooming. So I wanted to give you an update on my new flower bed. I'm going to show you some tilling. My husband helped me till the dead grass. I picked out some, but the rest I tilled in with some really great bark mulch, and some other amendments for the soil. And so we're slowly working on that. I'm trying to locate some rocks so I don't have to buy any. And I found some, but I need a backhoe. So now I'm trying to acquire a backhoe so I can drive over with the backhoe and pick them up. So we'll see how that goes. But it's coming along. I was able to find a couple of flagstone pieces. I'll need to get some more to carry that all the way to the driveway. And I'll probably move some of these plants. I have a couple of roses that were given to me by a friend from a nursery, and it's awesome because they are short plants or short roses, and so they won't get tall. One's yellow and one is white, so I'll put those in. Oh, look at those combinations of that rose and the orange rose behind it. Isn't that just beautiful right now? Such a cheery way to greet people by the front door. So as you can see, my snapdragons are still going strong, putting out lots of growth. But when they quit blooming, let's see if I can zoom in. You can start to see this seed pod. And I am going to show you what I did with them. Okay, I am going to show you harvesting some snapdragon seeds. These are some snapdragons that I picked earlier today. They're in different stages. You can see some have yet to open, some are fully blooming, and then this is what you want to look for: dried, spent seed pods. And these seed pods are filled with little tiny, tiny black seeds. And I have a collection of some right here. If you wait too long, these are apple blossom snapdragons. If you wait too long, you can see how these have little holes in them. I've waited too long to pick these, and that means the seeds have already fallen out of the seed pod and have spilled on the ground, which is fine because that's where I'll probably plant them again next year. But usually you can just shake the seed pod or pop it open, and you can get a whole bunch of little seeds. I'll show you. See all those little tiny black specks? Those are all snapdragon seeds. But normally what I do is I take the seed pod and just slightly open it, and then I shake it out, and out they come. Look at that. They're just coming out, and so there we go. So I'm going to do that for a minute with the seed pods. So if you're wondering how to separate some of the seed debris from the seeds, if you just lightly swirl it and shake it just a tiny bit, you'll see the little seeds, which are right here, separate themselves from the flower debris. And so then, see them move. It's almost like they're dancing. Then I can put them in, I made these little seed packets. I bought the packets on Amazon, and of course I took pictures of everything, and then I can put them in here so I don't forget. You can see this one, I already collected some seeds in there, so it's filled with seeds. There they are right there. So I'm going to do that, and that will be something I can hold on to, and then I can use those next year. So the last thing I want to show you today is the fall bouquet I made with the dahlias that we saw earlier today. Isn't that beautiful? I've got some stems from our hawthorn tree, and my Edna dahlia, that Holly Hill Black Beauty, some orange roses, and this is that Mai Tai, and some zinnias, and then some of my variegated coleus. But it falls in the air and you can feel it. So I hope you have a wonderful week, and thanks for joining me today.